A note on black labor in California national parks. 1. Note number 1. Buffalo soldiers in Sequoia National Park, 1899, 1903, and 1904. The first man to look up, see a tree bigger than God, coniferous, body bigger than Noah's Ark, ride 5 horses inside. You from Kentucky had never seen such a plant, man, or animal stand that close to heaven. You stand in formation. You stand at ease, under a canopy of blue oak, and at higher elevations, ponderosa and sugar pine among red fir. The South don't grow like this, you say. Your man on the left from Louisiana begs to differ. Y'all argue about it over stewed potatoes and coffee until the man from Alabama tells you both to shut the hell up. The year is 1903, and in 19 years, the last California grizzly bear will be killed here in a meadow a few miles from the boundary line that marks the beginning of Kings Canyon National Park. This is what you were all summoned from the Presidio to do, build a park. And so you did, clearing and creating roads, manning the boundary lines like the one the grizzly bear would be killed near in that meadow, confronting illegal poachers and loggers, soft-toed white men who would spit on the boots of a black man in uniform. In formation, you rode 16 days from the Pacific coast to the valley, the heat pressing your shirt to your chest, your saddle pressing into your pelvic bone, aggravating your limp, an old injury you associate with the Indian Wars, fell off your horse in combat with the Kiowa. You mentioned it, and the man from Georgia concurs. Man, I'd have killed this horse if we had to ride on one more day. It was either him or this, and I ain't going home with no broke. At night, you fear rattlesnakes. During the day, mountain lions. You wash your hands and neck in creeks. You bathe in rivers. You are alive in a freedom dream that is bigger than the edge of any plantation. Nature, this beautiful, can't hold all this outward bound south. 2. Note number 2, Civilian Conservation Corps in Yosemite, 1933 to 1942, in memory of Eugene Stewart. My best friend's father, who is no longer with us, and is in essence part of these trees, the seeds and pollen, the earth, the grasses, the water, the birds, the fog, the small, medium, and large mammals, this season, the climate, the wind moving through it all, nature, and the mixed-use, luxury, live, love, loft buildings, freeways, and vehicular congestion told her that black folks helped build the national parks. That some of these folks were young people who built trails past slab granite and devastatingly tall cliffs and long hair falling over the edge waterfalls and meandering streams that seemed to age like our grandparents, and insular groves of trees that wondered why people kept walking through their private meditations, and mirror lakes with good lighting, and moving mountains and colorburst meadows. You see all them flowers? Sierra beard tongue, Applegate's Indian paintbrush, little elephant's head, Henderson's shooting star, arrowleaf groundsel, alpine columbine, brewer's lupin. For a people who lived through many Great Depressions, this was an era when a stable job and some coin in the pocket went a long way past being railroaded as a Scottsboro boy. Young black corpers in segregated and integrated CCC camps stood at the edge of God, looked over cliffs and touched granite, felt the baptismal spray of mist from waterfalls over 600 feet high, sliced their hands in the cool nervous system of a stream, prayed and sang into the rings of giant sequoias. Those trees heard their groove, still talk about it amongst themselves, wonder if they'll ever hear something like it again. Saw their own black selves reflected back in lakes bigger than the patch of land they mama and them picked cotton on. Knew Chicago, St. Louis, and Cleveland lived on the other side of the Sierra Nevada. Picked native flowers and meadows, weaving the color and stem through their fingers and hair. You see all them flowers? Ranger's buttons, mountain pennyroyal, baby blue eyes, cinquefoil, alpine aster and goldenrod, tufted poppy, mountain dandelion. We have always been a race to adore, to adorn, and adore. In some ways, through some lens, In some wilderness, Jim Crow can't ever stop what's beautiful. He is here, they were here. There is no scale to measure grief and how that man who is my best friend's father is not here, but is here in this place, and in so being continues to map over 800 different ways to be black and alive in nature. There is no scale to measure black labor and the ways that those trails, built by one and many black boys and men in the Civilian Conservation Corps, became the path to great beauty, wilderness, freedom, and spiritual connection. How a generation of black folks mapped over 800 miles for America to be in nature.